I tested the Japanese concept of Ikigai for 30 days, and I didn't just feel better. I watched my life tilt, quietly, then all at once. And if you stay with me, you'll see exactly where it cracked, where it healed, and the one moment that made me rethink purpose forever. On day one, I drew 4 overlapping circles on a blank page. What I love, what I'm good at, what the world needs, what I can be paid for. And I stared until my eyes hurt. I wanted a clean overlap, a perfect center, the mythical reason for being. Instead, I got chaos. My loves didn't fit my skills. My skills didn't match the world's needs. And the things I could get paid for felt hollow. I almost closed the journal, but then I wrote one sentence. If I don't take this seriously, my life won't change. That was the first contract I made with myself. The first week felt like deep-sea diving without oxygen. I tracked my energy like a scientist. Every hour I scored it. When did I feel alive? When did I feel numb? The data was brutal. I was most alive when I was creating something from scratch or helping someone solve a problem. I was most numb when I was doom-scrolling, chasing approval, or saying yes out of guilt. 2 lists formed. Expand, reduce. It wasn't motivational, it was math. What compounds meaning, what drains it? There was one morning where everything almost fell apart. I was halfway through a task I hated, the kind that pays but shrinks you. My phone buzzed, a message from someone I barely knew. Your last video helped me get through a rough week. 10 words. I sat still. For the first time, I saw a bridge between what I love and what the world needs. Not a grand bridge, just a plank, but enough to step onto. Week 2 got uncomfortable. I stopped lying to myself. I told the truth about passions that were actually hiding places. I told the truth about skills I overvalued and dreams I'd never honestly pursued. I told the truth about money, the fear, the scarcity, the idea that purpose and income are enemies. Ikigai doesn't say choose one, it says align many. Alignment is harder than hustle. It's quieter, it's ruthless. It exposes what you do when no one's watching. That week I tested friction. I woke up 1 hour earlier, not to grind, but to craft. No phone, no inbox, just making with the door closed. I expected resistance. Instead, something surprising happened. I started craving that hour like a lifeline. There was a day I almost missed it. I felt it immediately, a sense of misalignment, like a car pulling to the right. That was new. My body could feel when I strayed from the center. I also tested service. I picked one person each day and asked, what would help you most in the next 24 hours? Not advice, not content, actual help. Sometimes it was feedback. Sometimes it was an introduction. Sometimes it was just listening without trying to fix. The side effect nobody told me about, purpose is sticky. The more I gave, the more the day felt anchored, less likely to blow away in the wind. I hit a wall on day 13. It was late. I was tired. I opened my Ikigai sketch again, and it still looked messy. I whispered, what if I never find the center? Then I realized something I never expected. Ikigai is not a destination. It's a way of walking. It's how you choose in tiny moments, the way you greet your morning, the work you say yes to, the courage to say no, the people you bring into your orbit, the rituals that keep you honest. The center isn't a dot, it's a direction. Week 3, I raised the stakes. If purpose is alignment, then misalignment has a cost. I wrote a simple rule. If it drains me twice in a row, I redesign it or remove it. I applied it to tasks, meetings, even habits. One disappeared instantly. Another I re-engineered. Same outcome, different process, less soul tax. It felt like I was refactoring my life piece by piece until the system ran cleaner. I started tracking resonance moments, the ones that land in the gut. 3 stood out. First, coffee at dawn, writing a single paragraph that felt like it belonged to me. Second, helping someone I respect get unstuck, watching their voice unlock mid-call. Third, a message from a stranger who said, "You made me feel less alone." Those three could be a life, and that's when I saw the pattern. Love, skill, need, value. Touching, not perfectly overlapping, but close enough to warm the center. There was a night that almost broke me. I was juggling something I'm good at, but don't love, something I love but doesn't pay, and something that pays but doesn't help anyone. I felt pulled apart. At 11:47 p.m., I wrote down one question. How can one action satisfy all four circles at once? I stared at it for 20 minutes, then the answer came not as a grand plan, but as a pilot. Create one thing that heals me while helping someone else, using a skill I've trained, and package it so it's valuable. Not perfect, not scalable, just honest. I built it. I shipped it the next day. That single action felt like walking through a door in my own house I didn't know existed.
By week 4, the world didn't change, my perception did. The mundane became data. Every yes was either a vote for the center or a vote against it. Every no was either fear or fidelity. I stopped asking, what do I want, and started asking, what wants to move through me today that would actually serve? It sounds like poetry. It's not. It's design. There was a moment on day 26 that I'll never forget. I went for a walk without headphones, no soundtrack, just the city breathing. I noticed how I was breathing back. I remembered a line I had underlined weeks ago. Ikigai is waking up with a reason, not a task list, a pulse. I checked mine. It was steady. On day 27, I faced money head-on. I listed every way my work creates real value, outcomes that matter, not vanity metrics. Then I priced the outcome, not the hours. It felt audacious. It also felt fair. It wasn't about monetizing meaning. It was about honoring the worth of aligned work so it can sustain itself. Purpose without sustainability burns out. Sustainability without purpose burns you out. Ikigai asks you to build the bridge carefully enough to carry both. Day 28 was for doubt. I invited it in. I wrote down every reason Ikigai might be naive. The world is chaotic. Responsibilities are heavy. People don't care. Then I wrote responses, not pep talks, systems, rituals that keep me grounded, boundaries that protect the center, cadence that prevents the drift. Purpose grows where consistency lives. That was the day the experiment stopped being fragile. Day 29 was mending. I reached out to someone I'd avoided. I apologized for being transactional in a season when I was scared. It was uncomfortable. It was right. Ikigai is relational. It lives in the way we show up, not the way we perform. Meaning isn't a solo sport. Day 30 arrived like a quiet bell. I didn't find a perfect overlap, and I don't think anyone does. I found something else. A living compass. It's small and stubborn. It points toward the tiny actions that make the day honest. It points away from the soft lies that erode joy. It doesn't shout. It hums. And if you listen long enough, you stop craving external permission, you start trusting the hum. Here's the truth I didn't expect. Ikigai is practice, not a prize. It's the way you answer your morning, the way you move through your work, the way you choose your people, the way you value yourself. It will not fix chaos. It will teach you how to stand inside it without forgetting your name. If you're waiting for a sign, here's mine. Take one small action today that touches all four circles, something you love, something you're skilled at, something that relieves a real need, and something you can honor with value. Don't scale it, don't pitch it, just do it. If it resonates, do it again tomorrow. Build the rhythm before you build the brand. I thought I was testing Ikigai. Ikigai tested me. It asked whether I'd keep the promises I make when no one's watching, whether I'd choose depth in a system that rewards speed, whether I'd be brave enough to align what I say I value with what I actually do. 30 days later, I'm not finished. I'm steadier. And if you've made it this far, I think you're ready to make your own contract with the day. Write one line you can keep. Keep it tomorrow. And let your life tilt, quietly, then all at once.